right, we are back on the Morning Brew with Friends. We're back with our friends who brought the bicycle I rode in earlier. This is so much fun. This is Valerie and Zoya, and Zoya's with the Main Street Downtown, and Valerie, you're a planner with Mid-Region Council of Governments. And how do planners get involved in bicycle sharing?
Well, thanks to Downtown Main Street, initially they wrote a grant to do a bike share, and it was going to be like 5 to 10 bikes, and what happened...
We need more than 5 bikes.
Totally. But then all the local businesses in the downtown got word of it and started reaching out to Main Street, and they're like, hey, we want to get involved, we want a station. And they were like, well, we might need some transportation planners to work on this. And that's where they brought in the Mid-Region Council of Governments.
And are you guys the ones that figured out where they all go?
That was a joint effort, but yes, we did use some geographic information systems analysis to figure out where they would go best.
We actually have a very cool map of like showing where all these things are. And they're all over downtown, and there's one, what's the one on the farthest south spot there?
That's the National Hispanic Cultural Center.
Oh, it is, of course, that's Bridge.
And then the farthest north is the Albuquerque Museum.
Of course, that's very cool. Those are all like 5-minute rides from each other. It's great, I love it. So Zoya, I know that I've been to other places, and I love bike share. I go to visit my sister in DC, and they have blue bikes.
Yeah.
You can hop on the blue bike and ride all around, then you just park it, done.
Right.
And is that kind of how these work?
Pretty much. The benefit of this program is that you can take the bike anywhere throughout the city. So while this is a downtown pilot bike share, you are able to cruise around throughout the entire city. You can lock it to any bike rack.
Yeah, they come with locks.
Right.
In the little basket,
exactly.
they have a lock.
The one caveat is you have to return it back to a designated station at the end of your ride.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, you're free to roam.
That's pretty cool. And there's a subscription fee on these, am I right? Is that how it works?
It's $25 a year. First 90 minutes come free, and then after that, it's $3 an hour.
Very cool. And you can just ride anywhere you want on these things.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
That's great.
Yeah.
So there's some cool stuff on the bike. If we can walk over here, we can talk about some of the interesting things that are on the bike. Because I think it's interesting. It's cool the way they work, actually. Put my coffee over here. I love this. So this is the little, it's just like a credit card reader, right? And you just slide your card in?
It's actually, nope, it is app-based, so you sign up
on it's app-based, even cooler.
Or on the website.
Very cool.
And then once you, let's say this is at a bike share station and it's locked, what you do is you log into the app and you enter the bike number. So on this lockbox.
This one's 1142.
1142.
Oh, it's already here. We've already rented this bike.
Exactly.
So are we in our first 90 minutes at free right now?
Well, not
We're a little over
that. And then what you do is you enter this code. So you enter the bike number and you say start ride, and it generates a code. And so you enter that code.
And so we're charging now the Mid-Rio Grande Council of Governments for bicycle rides.
Exactly. And then there's a key. And that opens the lock. And this code works for the duration of your ride. So like, let's say you stop at a coffee shop before you return the bike. So you can lock it at a bike rack.
Very cool. And just take the key with you. That's very, very cool.
Exactly.
So how did you guys meet Zagster? How did they come into the market?
They approached us, actually. So we were working extensively doing research on different bike share vendors, what would work in Albuquerque. Most systems are kiosk-based, and Main Street and I were thinking we want something with a little more mobility, more transportation choices instead of the extensive kiosks.
Right.
So this was an inexpensive, awesome option.
Very cool.
And so we went with them.
Well, I've seen the bikes now showing up, and they're basically just parked in little bike racks, and that's really all there is to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in front of my favorite little new neighborhood brew pub, the draft station.
Oh, yeah.
And I keep seeing people, and like everybody walks by and checks them out, and like we're all curious about how it works. So I love that you guys are here. And the bikes themselves, they're pretty simple. They're what, a 7-speed, 8-speed?
7 speeds.
7-speed bikes. You can go uphill and downhill, or like me, you can put it on the bus.
Right.
And then go uphill.
And then ride down.
And then ride down. Exactly. I love doing that. Like my buddy and I will ride our bicycles to Nob Hill, but we'll put them on the bus to Nob Hill.
Yeah.
And then you can just cruise all the way back
downtown.
It's great fun. But these, you can put them on the bus. They're designed for all of that too. So what are some of the impacts that bike share systems have had in other cities? I know this is something a lot of us have wanted to see in Albuquerque for years.
Right.
You know?
I mean, there's so many benefits. Economic development. A lot of studies indicate that when you have a bike share near your business, you get more traffic. Essentially, the idea is that if you're walking or biking, you're more likely to stop in somewhere than if you're driving.
Winded and tired, and you need a chance to just
Exactly.
Well, it gives you more opportunity to like stop in for a coffee, or if you see something that catches your
Right.
eye that you would miss in the car,
Right.
you're actually able to stop in and spend some of your money at
Right.
local businesses.
Right.
So
Well, it's easier to park a bike than a car.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it's got a built-in lock and key.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Right. The you know, when you guys wrote your grant, it sounds like it was a small, kind of real piloty idea for the original grant.
Yeah.
Did you imagine it would be something this big? Because now we have like 50 bikes, right?
Yeah, we have 65 bikes. I believe we have 13 stations.
Correct.
And we've got 3 more stations coming online in the next couple months. So
Wow.
there's definitely still interest, and it is growing.
Yeah.
Once we did start writing the grant, we realized that this could grow beyond our management, which is why we brought on our other partners and got some support that way. So
Very cool.
yeah, the whole impetus was to make it a scalable model. So we really wanted to start small to see how this works for the city, see which locations work. I mean, part of the beauty of this program is also that the racks are movable, and so we can expand, the station quantity and location pretty easily.
Right.
So this is all just a pilot to see what works best for us.
And I'm just now noticing while we were talking, there's a light. There's
Yes.
light, so you're actually good to go at night too.
Exactly.
That's one of the things I think a lot of people don't realize in Albuquerque is that you have to, I think by law you have to have a
There's
light
an
on your bike,
ordinance,
right?
correct,
Yeah.
for a
And
front
so
light.
these are good to go daytime, nighttime.
Yep.
Exactly.
Do we have any numbers yet on how many people have actually checked out the bikes and used the bikes?
You know, we don't. They're actually generating the report.
Because they've only been here like 2 weeks, so I don't
two
expect
weeks
a lot.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we've been receiving a lot of great feedback. I've been getting emails from people I don't even know who are telling me
Yeah?
their stories about how they're using the bikes and where they went.
Good.
So it's been
Yeah.
positive.
Well, I think some of the more popular ones are probably going to be the ones. West side of City Hall, there's one.
Mm-hmm.
Right there on, was it 7th Street, 6th Street? 4th Street?
Fifth
Street?
and Fifth and Marquette. There's
just
at
go through the numbers until I get it
Convention
right.
Center. Nice, there you go. He'll hit it eventually. But yeah, there's 13 stations. They're scattered throughout downtown, as we mentioned earlier, as far south as the National Hispanic Cultural Center. So I know a lot of people have been using the Bosque Trail to
Right.
go up to Old Town,
Right.
which has been a
Is there one
great
in Old Town yet?
resource. At the Albuquerque Museum.
Oh, which is right there. It makes perfect sense. And I was riding this one around a little bit. It is so much fun. It's easy. It's it's surprisingly light too, but sturdy.
Right.
They're good.
Yeah.
Was that like when you guys were deciding on the bikes to bring in? I mean, did it matter what kind of bikes? I mean, I don't know if you'd want a fixie in Albuquerque because it'd
Yeah.
be hard to get up the hill without gears.
Yeah, well, I
But-
think aesthetics was definitely a part of it. We wanted
Yeah.
something that was really appealing to the public, to get people that are maybe interested in riding but hesitant in riding a bike in the city or in an urban environment to really kind of take that next step and really make it enticing for them to get on a bike.
Sounds like a plan. Well, I might just ride this thing around the studio here. We'll be back in a couple of minutes on the Morning Brew with Friends. I think we got professional skateboarders coming up.
Ooh.
That's great. I'm just gonna pedal around on this thing. Can I get one with the cup holder for my Morning Brew coffee?
We can get you one.
Absolutely. There are little nodes for it. And then you check the bike.
Yeah.